Hello and welcome to Shortcut Up CNC. Today we're going to learn how to make an egg tray. The egg tray is created with the Spiral Pocket Gadget, using the Spiral Pocket Gadget to create all these spiral vectors here for the 12 egg pockets. Just to show you what the egg cart or egg tray looks like, we're going to go ahead and hit the highlight the toolpath, create them all. Go to the 3D view, and there you have our egg tray. So now we'll go back to the 2D view, and we're going to create this from scratch on sheet 2, which I have over here. Okay, so we're going to open up sheet 2. We're going to first create the rectangled box. Rectangle. And the rectangle box, let's see, it's going to be a height of maybe 6 inches by 10.2. That should be pretty good. Okay, now we'll close that and we'll center it to the sheet. And it does look a little big, so what we're going to do is just move the handle inward based on sheet 1 over there. There we go. All right, now we unhighlight that. We go to the Spiral Pocket Gadget, and we move the gadget over out of the way so we can see what's being displayed when it creates it. First, we want our spiral to be in the center, from the center outward. So we put 0, 0 in there. And then we want to change this for the size of the diameter, whether it be the radius or the diameter we use. I'm selecting diameter, and it's going to be 1.5 inches. Cleanup pass offset was 10/1000ths of an inch. My layer name, I changed it from spiral pocket to egg pockets earlier. And so now we go to the climb cut or conventional. I want to do a spiral from the outside in, from the outside going down. And that's I've got selected here, outside start node. That means outside the spiral. Okay, and then here we have whether the spiral is going to be created using Bezier curves or short lines from node to node. In this case, I want Bezier approximations. You can select your tool, you can edit your tool. I've got a ball nose, 1/4 inch ball nose to create the spiral fluting pocket. Now I use the word fluting because we're going to use the fluting tool path using the fluting tool path with the spiral vector that was created with the spiral pocket, circular pocket. And then the tool diameter here is 0.25. And then your step over, I changed that from a higher number that came in on default to a much lower number to give my vector of tighter step over, or tighter spiral, in fact. So we'll add that, and you see it created it here in the center of the board. Now we'll close the gadget down, and we're going to take a look at this using the node mode. Now see, there's all your nodes on the way out, and then this is your start node, and it's on the outside, and it starts from the outside, works downward towards the inside. That was the climb cut. Conventional cut, it's going to go start from up here and work its way upward. We don't want that because it'd hog way down inside the board and then work its way up cutting. and we don't want that. You want to go start from the top and work down. So we change this back to this. We turn off the outside vector. I do not want that for my creation of the tool path. I want to use a fluting tool path for the spiral vector. I want to ramp over to complete length, and I want it linear. So we say calculate to that, and there you see the egg shape. Nice, huh? Okay, so go back to the 2D view. We've got that created. Now we need to array this. So we'll turn off the tool path and we'll highlight the entire area there. And we go to array copy. I want 2 rows, 1, 2, and I want 6 columns going across here. And I want a gap of 0.25 between each one of them, which is the y-axis, and then the x-axis is back this way. So we say copy to that, and there it has created all 12 of our egg pockets. Now we need to recenter this to the rectangle. You can highlight it, which is already highlighted, but I want to group those for safety's sake so they stay separated like that. I want to hold the shift key down. I want to select the rectangle, and I use this box here to center it. Now you may not have these on your opening drawing screen. In order to get them there, you need to go to this here and put this check mark in the box down here in this corner. That's another tip for you. Show the common tools on the drawing tab. That way you don't have to keep switching back and forth. They're there right out in the open for you. You don't have to keep switching to this and then out of that to be able to center everything. Now, our board is a little tight. So what we'll do is take and open up this board a little bit. A little bit more on this end. That's good. And if you want to center it, all you got to do is highlight those again, a rectangle, and then see it move slightly. So now we got it centered. Now we double check our tool path. See, it says no vectors. So now we got to fix that so that all these spirals are associated. So now we need to ungroup everything. And of course, that probably was a false statement because I had it grouped. So let's try it again. Yeah, see the first one? It's okay. The reason it didn't do it the first time was because it was grouped. So now we'll reselect the rest of these by holding the shift key down and selecting all the rest of these vectors. You could actually put these on layers and associate the layer to the tool path. That will be in another video. We say calculate that, and now we have all 12 of our egg pockets for the board. We go ahead and go back to the 2D view, and we're going to go ahead and create our tool path for the rectangle. We want to go 7 deep, which is 7.5 is our material thickness. And I want an end mill, but I want to use a bigger end mill. This is a 125. Going to make it an upcut. Actually, let's change that to a down cut. Keeps that surface nice and smooth. Okay. Sometimes when you use the upcut, it'll rip that material upward and it'll tear pieces from the top side. You don't want that. So we use the down cut. And we're 7 passes. Let's edit that. It's 125. I'm going to change it to 25 for my machine. And let's see, we want it outside cut. And that should pretty much do it. Actually, I'm going to change this to a spiral ramp. What that does is it goes around each time, and as it's going around, it's slowly going downward. It's a little slower in the cut, but I like it myself. So let's calculate that. All right, we got our board made. Okay, we're going to go ahead and preview all tool paths, and we'll take a look at our board. Okay, now we've got it cut out, and you can take it to a router and round this edge. Me, I've got a round over bit. I can go ahead and use that same vector, and let's see the profile pass. Change this to my round over bit. Form tools, edge, and let's see, I want the quarter pointed round over. Select it, and I don't want to go 7 deep. I may want to only go 0.24 deep. Okay, too many decimals. Bad habit. Already got the decimal there. All right, now we calculate that and we preview it. What the heck happened here? 0.24 deep. Out. Oh, on the vector. There we go. There's always a reason for something. In fact, our profile cutout, we can cut, see how it shows this little line right there? We can take the profile pass. That was the cutout. Round over. Okay, move the round over up so it cuts before the profile. And you can change this. Another tool that will help you too on this. You go to the 2D view and we turn this on and we change this to 0.01 and we do a recalculate. Go back to the 2D view. You see that border or that line around there? That is the path of the tool. And you notice that backed away from the vector. I don't want that. I want to come in over the vector a little bit. So what we're going to do is change this to a negative and recalculate. And of course, my screens change. And you notice now it's going to cut a little bit beyond the vector. Now I can go back to the 3D view and preview that pass. And there, it got rid of most of that line around the outside edge. So there you learned another tool tip within this video. And you also learned how to use a pointed round over to round off the edge. You don't necessarily have to do that here on a CNC machine or in the design program. You can do that on a router table. So there you have an egg tray. Thank you for watching Shark Cut Up CNC.